there, I'm Lisa Doyle with Serena Real Estate here in our beautiful East Bay, and of course we are Christie's International Real Estate. Hey, I just wanted to give you guys a Monday update. So here we are, Monday, October 31st. Happy Halloween. Hopefully everyone's going to have fun today and, have some fun tonight, of course, lots of candy. But I wanted to give you guys an update. So we've gotten questions, of course, as the market's been in this a little bit of a crazy roller coaster this year. 2022, of course, a bit of a roller coaster year. Lots of questions about where we are in the market. So I want to give you guys an update. And what I'm going to focus on today is a lot of the questions I have are surrounded around, compared to last year, where are we? Like compared to when the market was really revving, where are we at right now as far as pricing and as far as data? So I'm going to give you guys a little overview. So we are basically the East Bay, which I always like to tell people what we mean by the East Bay. It's a pretty broad area. It's Livermore, all the way down the 580, down the 680 into, Dublin, San Ramon, Danville, Alamo, all the way into like Central County, which is the La Miranda area, Walnut Creek, Martinez, all the way down to Clayton. So it's a pretty big area, right? A lot of, land, a lot of, property in between those markets. And so right now where we are with the active and pending ratio, and this is something I always love to compare, where are we at with how many homes are active and how many are pending? Because it gives you that whole like supply and demand comparison, right? So right now we're at 1,057 active in that whole area, and there's 556 pending. So just to give you guys a little bit of kind of a comparison, back when the market was at its very hottest point this year, actually in my whole career, 35 years, this last January through May was the hottest I had ever seen. So April, kind of the heat of the peak, right? We had only in our entire East Bay, less than 350 houses that were active, and there was about 1,200 pending. So switch it here, fast forward to October, 1,057 active, 556 pending. So we've stabilized, and we've kind of gone a little bit the, more inventory than pending, right? So the market's been a little bit more soft, which is, kind of in line with what people are feeling as far as prices becoming more normal. But I want to give you guys a few areas, and then I want to give you a comparison to last year this same time, which the numbers are very interesting. I mean, obviously last year's market was going straight up, but one thing that you might find super interesting is our biggest rise in prices happened between January and May of 22. So 2021, even though the data supports the market was much more heated, right? Prices were actually super similar to where we are today. So we had this big rev up and then a little bit of a normalize, and it's still very, very good. So for you home sellers that are thinking of moving, definitely don't listen to the media. The sky is absolutely not falling. We are more normal. But I want to give you guys a couple of our cities. So Danville, there's 81 active and 40 pending. Compare that with May of this year, April, where we had 35 active and 180 pending. Just a flip, right? So 81 active, 40 pending. San Ramon, 78 active, 49 pending. Dublin, 69 active, 52 pending. Pleasanton, I'm just giving you guys a little bit of an overview of our whole market, but we work the whole entire East Bay. If you have questions about your specific city, if I'm not mentioning it, let me know. Pleasanton, 88 active and 46 pending. Livermore is the most inventory in the area, which is interesting. 132 active and 61 pending. So again, this is like the first time in 3 years, these last few months, where we have more active than pending. So obviously the beginning of what we might deem to be more normal. And I would tell you guys, I've been tracking the real estate market in the East Bay for 35 years, more than 35 years. This is absolutely normal. Just to give you a heads up, when buyers, I've had conversations with multiple buyers this last few months, feeling like we are in the state of this crash. And I have to tell you, this is normal. Back when the market was falling, which was back between 2006 and 2011. 6 was kind of the peak, and then 11 was the bottom, and then we recovered. In the middle of that crash, or that adjustment that we had, a pretty significant adjustment, we had 2,600 active listings in our East Bay as compared to 1,000, and there was only about 800 pending. So, I mean, there was significant inventory, whereas today we don't have that. So I just want to give you guys that heads up. Sky's not falling. We are just more normal. And then a couple of comparisons to last year. So last year, homes sold, I'm going to give you just a few months. So September of 2021, there were 1,144 houses closed escrow. In September of 2022, there were 773. Obviously, significantly less demand. Obviously less home selling, but I want to give you guys a scoop on pricing, which is interesting. So 2022, this month, October 2021, there were 974 houses closed escrow. And this month in October, right now, there's poised to be 533 closed based on what's in escrow and already closed. So we've got less home sales. But I would tell you that the prices, the market values are actually still a little higher in October of 2022 than what we had in October of 2021. In every neighborhood, I'm seeing somewhere between 1% and 3% still greater pricing as to what we had last year. So where we lost, the only value that our area lost was the significant rev in price that we had for whatever reason. It was like unprecedented between January and May of 2022. The market just soared. And then we probably had a 20, maybe an over 20% rise in price between January and May. And then now we've stepped back about 15% or so, a little bit more than that. So just to give you guys a heads up, compared to last year, fewer sales for sure, but pricing is real similar. And back a year ago, everyone was super delighted about the market pricing. So I would just tell you, if you're a home seller, really it's a good time to sell. Prices are still higher than what we've ever seen. That COVID rise was unprecedented. You're not likely to see that again in our lifetime. Who knows? But market conditions still very normal. If you're a buyer, it's hard to say. There's no crystal ball. But we had a big rise. We've had a normalize, and now you've got a chance. You've got the opportunity to actually see houses where there's more inventory. The market will definitely get better again. We always have cycles, right? We're gonna hit a heated market at some point. Interest rates will fall, and the demand, that unmet demand, like that pent up demand, will resurge in the market as soon as rates fall, and the market's going to get active again. So if I were you as a buyer, I'd get in there and buy a house while you still have the inventory opportunity, right? But if you guys have questions, let me know. Again, my name is Lisa Doyle, and I work in the East Bay here with Christie's International, and I look so forward to seeing you all soon. Take care, stay well.